like us, just doing your job.
I take it you've got everything under control, right, Warden?
No thanks to you. But all the prisoners are back in their cells and accounted for. Except one.
Which one? Big figure?
No. It's Underboss.
Him? We put that gorilla away in '66.
Smarter than I remember. Used Riot to cover his escape.
Hello, this is my review of Part 1 and 2 of Watchmen: The End is Nigh for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Part 1 came out in July when the film did is on the Xbox Live Arcade and the PlayStation Network Store. And now Part 2 has been released on the arcade and the PlayStation Network Store. Both parts are now on discs in stores as well. While the PlayStation 3 version has the director's cut of the film on Blu-ray, the 360 version just has the game. I did get my copy, however, in disc form, so that will be my main review of the game. The game is a simple beat-em-up style game with a few puzzles, but mostly you beat the crap out of a lot of criminals. Sounds like a lot of fun. You can play as either Rorschach or Night Owl, and each play differently. Rorschach can use weapons and climb on poles and pick locks, while Night Owl can grapple onto objects and use gadgets. Their fighting styles are uniquely different, and small sections of levels have different paths for Night Owl and Rorschach, not to mention great finishing moves that you can pull off. The storyline is really well done, and both actors that played Rorschach and Night Owl reprise their roles. However, none of the other actors do, which is a shame. There are two storylines for each part, and they are different and act as a prequel to the film and comic book. The first follows the duo after Underboss, a criminal they put in jail, and while the second part follows you taking a sadistic villainess who is heavy into S&M while Rorschach is trying to rescue a little girl. During the last days before masks are banned as well. Each story is well good and is well written and feels like Watchmen, thanks to 90% of the cutscenes having an animated comic book feel. They look very similar to the Watchmen animated comics that came out a little bit earlier this year. They do look very nice, as I said, and they convey the story extremely well. The graphics in the game also look really nice and better than any other arcade title I have seen thus far. The gameplay is really fun, and the brawling animations look quite nice. The textures in the game also look very well done. As I said before, there are two different fighting styles for Rorschach and Night Owl. Night Owl uses a martial arts style fighting system, while Rorschach does some more brawling and a bit more brutal style. As I said before, they both have different finishing moves, while Rorschach focuses on brutally murdering these people or taking them out. Night Owl tends to use a combat and finishing moves more similar to something like you see Batman use. Since they both play fairly differently, it gives you an incentive to play the second time, also since the fact that some of the levels are different in each character. The game has a lot of fun combos to pull off the combo system is actually fairly in-depth and different from other games. You can't just simply hammer away at the buttons. It doesn't work that way. So it does have a fairly deep system to it. The counter system is also very well done. And again, it's not just something where you can simply hit a button. You actually have to time your counters right. But it's neither too hard nor too easy to pull off. What makes the game fun is that the combat is very satisfying and visceral. Blood sprays everywhere, teeth get knocked out, and it's all in good fun. However, the game can get repetitive and boring at times if you don't like beat-em-ups. But if you don't like beat-em-ups, this game really isn't for you after all. The game is a lot of fun, and the storyline is really good. And for $30, in store or online, for the two parts, it's not that bad because you get a good solid 6 to 8 hours out of the game, which includes Part 1 and 2. Also, the fact that you're going to be playing the game 2 times means you'll probably get more like 12 to 16 hours out of this game. There's a lot of value here, and there's also some co-op gameplay. However, it is offline only, and that is a slight disappointment because this would have been a lot of fun to play over Xbox Live. Not everybody has people who could come to their house and play the game, so it would have been nice to see Xbox Live Online play. However, they could possibly put it in a patch later on. I'm crossing my fingers for that, but I'm not going to hold my breath either. Basically, if you like the film, or you like the book, or you like beat-em-ups, you'll most likely enjoy this game, and for $30, it's a really good value. And especially, as I said before, since you're going to be playing this game at least twice, you'll get a lot of bang for your buck, and I've played way worse games for $60, and I know a lot of people who have bought way worse games for $60. But like I said, if you don't like beat-em-ups, then you're really not going to like this game. If you do like beat-em-ups, you're going to find an extremely visceral and satisfying experience with a great storyline, great graphics, and great gameplay. I highly recommend Watchmen, The End is Nigh Parts 1 and 2. Definitely pick this game up if you're a fan of the comic book beat-em-ups, the movie, or you're just looking for something different to play. I give it a 4 out of 5. Thanks for watching my review. Please rate, comment, subscribe. This has been a Gamer's Paradise Presents production, and we'll see you in my next review.
Sing Sing, dead ahead.
Black as Moloch's heart down there.
Attention, Warden. This is Night Owl. Rorschach and I request permission to land and lend a hand.
Permission denied. The last thing we need right now is you damn costume vigilantes interfering and making the situation worse. We got it under control.
Not the way it looks from up here.
Warden, can your men reach the backup generators?
I told you we're handling things. Just stay the hell away. I'm warning you. Attempt to land, and my officers will shoot you.
Fine. If that's the way you want to play it.
Not the warm welcome we hoped for.